After a little more than half a year, but not fully 1 year, I have conclusion that Arkham Asylum is one of the best and worst video game I have played. And that's mostly because I am a streamer and content creator. It's not exactly that I dislike the game personally. I think it's good, it's fun, and it's a good introduction to the Arkham universe. But in the way that I try to make content with it through all the time since last year, since I bought the game and tried out and played for numerous time on easy or normal and try to get cinematic shot or just having commentary while playing. I try a lot of experimenting a lot of format to try to get it to work. The setting of Arkham Asylum is really special to me because in the early days, way before I designed this character, this personality of mine, of a VTuber, of a detective, I was considering going for the Menhera approach. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was trying to capitalize on mental health issue and mental health personas and topic in general because in a way I try to sell it as an idea or a vibe that you can follow it. But over time I changed my mind on that and developed this investigator that is, well, I'm not gonna spoil you my law. But because of that original idea, Arkham Asylum has become one of the game that I personally like and endlessly trying to find and pivot my will into making the video about it in many form, and it's apparent on my channel. I try multiple times trying to make it work. I try to do a scripted content, just talking about a cutscene, cinematic. I try to act like a fanboy of the game, like playing through like I'm some kind of a junior detective that really like Batman. And then I try to actually the third one, the last one I'm mentioning here is actually the first one that I tried, which is making another separate video that is just me talking about mental health issue and stuff that is related to the game, especially the aspect of the asylum that it doesn't really quite do well. I mean, it got 100 views, but that's, to me, it's not good enough. Like I said before, Arkham Asylum is one of the games that stick with me, and that's because of mental health topic. Menhera, like I talked about before. I haven't really explored my mental health issue until recently. It has been an ongoing case for about 10 years before I actually get diagnosed and medicated. I didn't take medication to go to sleep at night way back in the full 2022. But after that, I have to take a medication in order to get myself some sleep and balancing my hormone and moods and serotonin intake. The topic of mental health is very on point on what I have been going through, transformative sequence in my life. And I didn't really find much interest in the Arkham game until it was on sale, and I was like, oh, this game allows you to play like a Shadow Mordor. At first I buy Shadow Mordor to play with, and then after would be Arkham series. I do like the gameplay of Shadow Mordor, but then I realized that it was originated from Arkham Asylum. So I explored a little bit of it and eventually get hooked to it and finish the entire franchise. At least the main one, Arkham Asylum, City, Origins, and Night. Although I haven't done Nightfall yet in Night, but all the game I have kinda not 100% it, but I see it through to the end. for the part where I tried to make content out of the game, it was very difficult because in the first game, in Arkham Asylum, it felt very scripted. There's not many room to wiggle and try to make an improv out of, or maybe making a script that is well written. But maybe that's just my skill. That's just skill issue on my end, and I completely give up on it once I realized that it's not the game for me that I should make a video out of, because it doesn't work. So I guess this is one of the attempts that I'm trying to do on Arkham Asylum. I think playing Arkham Asylum goes well, especially if you have played Origins afterward, before night. I would say play Origins before night, and you would see the relationship between Batman and Joker in a different views, or maybe in the same similar views as anybody else, but you gain somewhat of an insight, like in Dark Souls. Oh no, wait, no, in Bloodborne, insight in Bloodborne. I don't own PS4, so I don't know. But yeah, once you play Arkham Asylum and Origins, you just realize that Joker doesn't really want to try and kill Batman or try to hurt him. Well, do hurt him for fun sometimes, but for the most part, Joker is just trying to play with Batman games. Well, Joker's game, but having Batman as a player, so it's kind of a meta a little bit. But though in Origins, it was trying to lure out Batman and figuring out how to, I guess, break him in a way. Joker has been like that in the comic and in the movies. In Nolan's trilogy of Dark Knight, in the first game, in Arkham Asylum, it's very apparent that Joker really, really just wants to play with Batman. And it's kind of fun to see them playing a tug of war, trying to get control of the game, of the space they are in. But Joker has complete control over the Asylum, just like how he did in Origins. But in Origins, they were figuring out their role in the story. And I would say the addition of Arkham Origins really boosts Arkham Asylum. If you play Arkham Asylum and then Origins right after, or Origins first, or Arkham and Arkham Asylum, you either get to see Joker become obsessive with Batman or understand the importance of his role in the comic, in the game, as a main villain, as the antagonist, and as a arch nemesis of Batman. But aside from hero and villains, there's some side of me that has been with Joker for a very long time. I would say a decade by now, and that was probably because I was playing games and I was a teenager back then. I don't really know much. I don't really talk English, speak English like this. I was not very good at English language at all, but I learn every day. And I did watch the Dark Knight trilogy, I think, when I was a teen. Not sure where I watched it from, but I did watch it. And Joker is one of those edgy characters that during the MLG era, I wish I didn't have to say that, a lot of people stick with Joker for gaming personality. So nowadays we see Joker as like ultimate gaming, like icon and all stuff like that. At least the comic Joker, the game Joker, and Heath Ledger Joker. As of Joaquin Phoenix Joker is treated in a similar way, but not exactly the same thing. And one of my old friend that is no longer active, he really liked Joker and really dipped his toes into the role of the Joker, into its mindset, and in a way it kind of break him. And then I picked that up and I become edgy with it. But over time, I would grow out of that phase and actually try to chase after something more tangible. And oddly enough, I was acting as a kind of gray zone, gray area of like an online detective, mostly on Discord back when it was in the early days, no more than a million user, 2018. But my years of operation was in 2019 until I decided to leave and make my own server. But that's another story for another day. Just know that it's tied to my law as a detective and all this feeling and vibe that we have here. It all started because I was seeking justice in a place that oppression exists and exploitation is plentiful. I do certainly exploit my way in that particular server, which I wouldn't name, but I would say I do it for the good of the server. I didn't really, manipulate people to say this and all that. In a way that I exploit is to exploit weakness of people that who deem to be unjust and dangerous to others. But Chinite law aside, Arkham Asylum took me a while to figuring out what the hell it all mean in the end. And I think I finally found an answer to it, and I don't really have to play through the whole game to explain you what it means. And it's just a playing tug of war back and forth between Batman and Joker. And Joker tend to always be on the winning. It's not whether one wears down or the others. It's just one having the step ahead of the other. So even though we know that Joker ultimately got defeated by Batman, in a way, he kind of win. People that Batman couldn't save, people that Batman could have saved, but got turned into corpses and playthings. These are assets that Joker can play around with and disposable at any time, at any period of time, except Batman. Batman is irreplaceable to Joker, and as long as Batman is out there existing, Joker is not gonna stop anytime soon. But that will change in Arkham City and Arkham Knight, which we'll talk about later. Overall, this is just my rant and rambling really. I'm trying to do improv video like this in a while now, and I'll try to stream down a little bit so it's more tangible and it's more watchable. I just find it interesting that Arkham Asylum, my first Batman game. Well, first, is it first? Yes, it is first. I haven't played Lego Batman game yet. It has become like a hunting piece that still haunt me to this day, because Arkham Asylum is my mental asylum, and that goes for both mentally, like personally, I have experience with chronic depression and all that, and secondly, which is as a content creator trying to make content out of this game, but to no avail until maybe now. Hopefully I don't have to make another video on this game again. But yeah, ultimately Arkham Asylum is the game. How many times have I said that so far? It is the game. It's the reason why I'm still going with the content creation, because it keeps bugging me in a way that I don't feel right, because it just feels like a thing that I need to nudge off. I need to kick it into the ocean. I need to kick it off the cliff, or maybe grab it and throw it in the pond, in the river, like a rock, like a stone that's skipping the water. As Heath Ledger, Joker, said in the movie, I'm like a dog. I'm just chasing airplane, chasing car. I don't know what would be happening if I caught it. I'm a dog chasing car. And really, that is what I am to YouTube and online personas and online space. I just chase stuff that is interesting to me and try to make something out of it, because you only live once. And in a digital age like this, where you can be imprinted on the internet and possibly in history, more documented than the legend, the myth, the ancient figure, I would say that we are in for a good time, where if you have like a descendant, if you become popular in these early ages of technological advancement, I would say that it's the best time to record yourself and keep that as a memory for the future, assuming there's still a future for us to live in, and our descendant has still remember us and save those memoirs in order to preserve it for the past to get preserved in the future. But as the present day, I would say try your best to leave an imprint on the world. Maybe not just like a big thing, but leave imprint on people around you. Make them remember you, and that way you build a legacy that is worth remembering. Hopefully that'll be all the point. It's a bit weird because I didn't script any of this. I improvise all of this on the spot, and I cut some part that are not deemed for the video, not good enough. But I still left some part in the video so it feel more organic. I try to make content like kind of like a Nicky Jaggy in the early 2000, not early, that would be mid 2010s. So even if I don't have a yoga ball, I still have a virtual model that I can talk through, and that would be kind of it, really. I have more content to come by, but if you like the video, and if you want to see more like this or all the content that I do, such as stream highlight, or you can watch me on YouTube as well. I live stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Sometimes I skip Friday, but you can always expect me on Wednesday. That's my prime day to stream. That's where I am peaking at. And if you feel generous and humble enough to help this poor lad pay for the bills, for the electricity bill and water bills and food, be sure to support me on Ko-fi or Patreon. Link will be in the description or on screen as I am saying all this. And I will be seeing you sometime around the middle of the week. Things are gonna get better, I hope, for you and me. And if you caught me lacking, I probably go through dark time. But for now, I would like to rest, and I would like to see you again. But rest comes first. So, goodbye. And I will see you again, as I said that the third time. Ciao. No, that's not early enough. Ciao.